So before I did this video, I had to take some of my own medicine. A lot of the medicine that I dish to people all the time about being sure about why they do what they do. I had to answer the question, why am I sharing so much of my personal life? Am I now a travel vlogger? Or am I the personal growth woman? Who am I? So, I did make a promise that I would share my journey of moving from the United States, and I have, but it's with a bit of a different twist. Stick with me. I have indeed arrived at my destination. Where in the world is Zara? Nah, girl, where are... No, where? What? And what? Panama! Yes, honey, I am in Panama. So what I'm going to do is, through here, you'll just see some little snapshots of places I've been and things I've seen. So some of this is, I flew into Panama City and spent a few days there. So this is some of while I was still in Panama City and doing a little bit of exploring. And I'm going to explain a little bit more to you even. Right now, I'm just showing you some snapshots of what it was like driving through some parts. I went to what's called Causeway, and my driver was actually so kind. I paid him, of course, but rather than have me walk the causeway, I said, what's it going to take for me to pay you to take these pictures and then take me back to Casco Viejo, which is old Panama, and we worked that out. So here I am out listening to some live music and making new friends and eating good food. And yeah, that was good, y'all. That was a really good dessert. It reminded me of a dessert in New Orleans. I can't even remember it. But anyway, here are some new friends. I'm on to the next, y'all. I tend to forget the last when I'm on to the next. So just some snapshots. And look, y'all, I done picked up some aqua bike. And here I am on the drive with the fellow on the causeway. And so just to show a little bit more of this, and then we're going to move into Casco Viejo. And then a little later on, maybe I'll show you once I left Panama City and then went on to the beach town that I'm now in. So yeah. Okay, so here are some of my first thoughts on being in Panama. First of all, there is nothing political here concerning what's going on in the world. That thing. Every single person is wearing their masks. It doesn't matter where you go, people just have their masks on, and the conversation just never comes up. It's so different than America, y'all. If there's one thing I want you to hear, it is that what is happening in one place is not what is happening in the world. That's the same thing for your life. What is happening in your life is not what's happening in everybody else's life. Neither should it be. But if what's happening in your life is creating disturbance and peace, then what needs to happen is that you have to figure out a different perspective on what's going on in your life. All right? A different perspective on what's going on in your world, a different perspective in your relationships, the cultures of your world. The first four letters of culture is cult. The first cult is your family. The next is your community. The next is your city. The next is your state. The next is your country. Get beyond all of that, because there are people all over the world who do not believe what you believe. That's my first thing. So what I'm going to do is just run through a lot of footage that I took in old Panama City, and it's called Casco Viejo. It's a gorgeous old town, and the people have been the sweetest. I think I got picked up on, tried to get picked up on several times. Anywho, and even not speaking the language, we were able to communicate. Very interesting. But here we go. Here's my day in Casco Viejo. Apparently people are just getting off from work, so I'm gonna let you see how the stream just kind of happens. So the taxi drivers get even more busy. All the people coming, see all those people coming? They're headed to the metro. So they leave the old town of Casco Viejo and head over to Panama City to catch the metro, which is, I'm on my way back to Panama City, which is where my hotel is. I'll be doing an Uber though. These are the kind gentlemen who helped me to get online so that I could get my Uber. Forever grateful. This is how it's been though the whole time, y'all. People have just been stepping in when I need them. It's marvelous. So here was a bit of a lesson for me. One of the reasons I chose Panama is because it's the happiest place. One of the happiest places that you can live. And yet you see what looks like extreme poverty. But here's what you need to understand. We need not measure the rest of the world by U.S. standards. Oh, that's a lesson in and of itself. Panama Canal? The Panama Canal, where the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean meet. Here's another fun fact. The American Society of Civil Engineers named the Panama Canal one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. Crossing the Panama Canal. Oh wow. Just such a beautiful drive in or out. So I moved to Panama exactly 1 month ago. It has taken me this long to post this video. I did the whole, where in the world is there? It was fun, had loads of fun with that on TikTok, shared more of where I live and how I got here and all that kind of stuff. But I had not done a video here. And I felt like I had to do a follow-up to that before I posted any other videos. And the truth of the matter is, y'all, I'm really private. When I'm teaching and in my classes and sessions and all of that, I'm very transparent because I care about people being able to make their transformations. And very oftentimes, it's difficult to hear from people who have not really experienced the things that you've been through. Well, the reasons I'm so good at being able to make decisions on a spot is because I've been practicing this skill set. It's a skill set. Personal development is something you do every day. And when you have fundamental principles that guide you and you are looking at them constantly and you understand that life is an evolution and you're always looking for the next gem that's going to continue to solidify you and be what draws you nearer to that next thing that's also drawing you nigh, then, and you have that as just how you live, then the universe reveals and unveils and it becomes this beautiful dance. And I'm not interested in sharing every little bit of that. I will be sharing what I'm comfortable sharing. But all of the different ins and outs, I save that for the folk I work with personally, because I care about your transformation, and the fact that you've come to me means that you care about me too, and it's a real reciprocation. I'm glad I did get to at least get a comfort on how much I wanted to share, and hopefully this video helps you to understand that there are some things you need to keep private. There are things you don't need to share everything. There are things that you don't even need to record. I even found that some of the stuff that I even shared with you right here, I struggled. Do I want to share that much? I lived a public life in a way that was not comfortable for me. What I allow to be public is what I am going to choose is going to be public, not what I feel like I have to. Becoming a YouTuber does not mean that my life needs to go on display. There are things that I have shared. I have no regrets about that. And some of that was even, I'm not sure what this is yet. I don't know. I might do it differently if I had to go back, but I don't live with regrets. But that's also why I'm very careful about what I disclose, so that I don't have to look back and go, maybe that's cringeworthy now. That's my life now. I am in Panama. For how long? I don't know. And it's why this will not become a travel vlog, because I live in Panama now. It's not where I'm staying. I have waited my whole life, or looked forward my whole life. I haven't waited. I've looked forward to the time when I would do a lot of traveling. And for some of you, you may be going, in the middle of a pandemic? Yeah, in the middle of a pandemic. Stick around. You'll start to understand, if you haven't already, that life does not have to be dictated by external stuff. You get to still create the life you want. And that is how I choose to live. You can too. All right. It's your life. Choose it just as it is. Own it. The good, the bad, and the ugly.